Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the electrifying world of EFED Broadcast Channel. Before we dive into the heart-pounding action, let's set the stage with a brief disclaimer. The following content is an EFED Broadcast Channel event created within the WWE 2K universe. All characters, storylines, and events are fictional and exist solely for entertainment purposes. Any resemblance to real-life individuals, living or deceased, is purely coincidental. Viewer discretion is advised. This show may contain intense simulated combat, dramatic rivalries, and over-the-top personas. It's all in good fun, but please remember that these are digital avatars, so grab your imaginary popcorn, suspend your disbelief, and let's get ready to rumble. Now, let the virtual battles commence.
I like your take on boobies. And I like boobies.
Gun, higher.
I am the higher.
Don't
Test
higher.
gun. I am the higher gun.
Don't
Test me.
I am the
I am the
I am the higher gun who bout to set it off. Watch me leap from the top with the coup de grace. It's scary hours for you and all of y'all. How you want a submission to pinfall? I am the higher gun who bout to set it off. Watch me leap from the top with the coup de grace. It's scary hours for you and all of y'all.
And welcome to the TurnBuckle Top Podcast with your host, the High Gun. First, like, subscribe, share. How you doing, y'all? So, busy weekend. You know, I don't know about y'all, but my wrestling weekend started Friday. Alright? Because I had SmackDown. Well, like I said before, it was taped, but I didn't watch it when it was live. So I had SmackDown, then I had TNA that same night for a pay-per-view. The pay-per-view was decent. So I had some good matches. The best match on the card was probably Austin Ace versus Ali. Just like the match with Ali versus what's his name? Chris Bay. You know, I think Chris Bay on his way out though. I think Chris Bay didn't resign. I know Austin Ace did. Ace Austin, that's his name. Ace Austin. I know he signed or re-signed with the company recently because he said it. Because he liked that whole, like he can move around. You know, like he can go here, he can go there, he can go. And another thing, like Ace Austin, his girl's a wrestler too, so think he want to move where she move at. And I'm pretty sure he's been with NXT before. NXT, NXT. I think he was NXT before, and that's one of the main reasons why he ain't staying in one spot. So, good for him. He lost. Ali won. Chris Bay, whenever he gets to be a free agent, look out for him. Cause Chris Bay is real good. He's real talented. So is Ace Austin. Austin, Austin, something like that. Yeah, they a member of the Bullet Club when Jay White was the leader. When Jay White was the leader of Bullet Club, he let Ace and Eli. I'm just gonna call him Ace because I can't remember his other name, but Ace and Chris Bay joined, and then they started tagging. They called it the EFBC club, you know. And I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure they still a member of the Bullet Club. Alright, just not the one in like everybody is, but you know, with this show Moose Group won the main event. They, Ziggler wasn't on that show. Like they wrote him off on that show because of the fact that he had to go to New Japan, and Ziggler won his first match in New Japan, and then he lost the next night to Finley from the Bullet Club. So that happened. So, and then like I said, SmackDown happened. So TNA pay per view was like a 6. The SmackDown in France, in Berlin, it was an 8. Right? And the pay per view, listen, without the crowd, SmackDown was like a 6 too. Alright, with the crowd, an 8. The pay per view, let me say this now. Without the crowd, pay per view was like a 7, 7.5 at best. Alright, with that crowd was a 9.9. Alright. I can't give it a 10 because of the women's tag team match was kind of sloppy, at times. But other than that, that crowd made it what it was. Like the two best moments on that pay per view were Jay Uso's theme music, entrance with the crowd. That listen, I don't know when. Listen, everybody knows that I'm not Uso. Everybody knows I'm not a fan of Jimmy and Jay from back in the day. Okay, everybody knows this. Everybody understands that I call him hype man. Okay. Alright. Like it's been that way for years for me. Been that way for years. Now let me say this now. I'm still not a fan of Jimmy. I'm still not a fan of Jimmy. Don't get it twisted. Still not a fan of Jimmy. Alright? And then let me be clear here. Jay Uso is still a hype man. And he is a bona fide hype man. Glory hype man. Alright? But I'm a fan. Like, my birthday was yesterday. And I think I Yeet and like all day yesterday. Alright? Like I'm a fan. I think like my entrance to the new game is Jey Uso's entrance. Like I'm a fan. And people said some dumb shit yesterday. Yesterday and Saturday after the pay per view, which was like in the afternoon, which I'm happy it was. All right, so I thought it was gonna be at 12 or hell, I thought it was gonna be at 10:30 at one point, but it was at 1. So I had time to do other stuff. I had time to chill and wake up. But it was good. But I'm a fan of Jay. Now, let me say that there was some dumb shit said. I know I just repeated myself, but there was some real dumb shit said about, they need to take the main event away from his name. Now, let me tell you how dumb that sounds. Now, mind you, I am on board with the whole, it doesn't matter how you win. Right? Like I am on full board on it doesn't matter how you win, as long as you win. Right? But to say that they should take the nickname main event Jey Uso away from him because he keeps losing title matches. So he has lost every title match he's been in because of Jimmy, or Jimmy cost him at least majority of his title shots that he's gotten. Majority, the IC title match that he cost him, both heavyweight title matches. I mean, world title matches he got. Jimmy cost him. All right, like whether Jimmy was a heel or just a bystander, Jimmy has cost Jay at least 3 title shots. At least 3. Okay, all right. Now, you know what? No, 4, because he cost him the tag team titles. Well, with Cody. Okay, so like he's lost every title match besides one. When he lost to Seth, that was clean. That is the only one that he's lost on his own. The other ones he's lost because somebody has interfered. Jimmy. Like Jimmy's hurt now. Okay? Alright, Jimmy's hurt now. Now, he even lost the one on Saturday because of the Judgment Day. Because of Finn and JD. You know? Alright? Like, I knew I knew Jay wasn't gonna win, and that's cool. But just to say to take it, the 2 things I don't agree with. Alright? There's 2. Take the main event nickname from him and then make him team back up with Jimmy. No. Like, no. Don't do that right now. Like what the fuck are we doing? Like no, he's way more over with without Jimmy than with Jimmy. He was the reason they split them niggas up in the first place is because Jay was so much over than Jimmy. Like they had to start over with Jimmy. Alright, plus they wanted to have that match. Now, mind you, I'm one of these people who thought the Jimmy and Jay match was terrible. You know who else thought it was terrible? Jay thought it was terrible. But Jay think if they got more time, it would have been better. And maybe it would have. But that shit ain't finna happen now. Alright? And Jimmy's hurt now. Alright? Like, they wrote him off for it because he's hurt. Alright? So, don't, and then what make this shit even worse about them tagging, alright, is I'm gonna get into it. You know, GOG. Alright, it's a tag team now. Because Tonga's brother is in WWE now. Alright? So then, and I will get into that in a minute. I will get into that in a fucking minute. But let me go on my rant now. So all I heard Saturday was, I can't wait to see the Usos versus GOD. That is all I heard. That is no, not right now. This don't happen. But let Jay be Jay first. Let Jay be over first. Let Jay keep having his single run. Let Jay win his first single title and fucking breathe. Like let that man be great by himself first. Alright? Like we don't need to rush this shit back. Like the only time you need to do that is when Roman comes back and he chooses what side he gonna be on. After that, you can bring Jay to whatever he want. You can do whatever you want with Jay after that. Alright? But until then, let Jay be Jay. Now mind you now, Jay's probably gonna lose some more. Like Jay, I don't know what's gonna happen with Jay now. All right, I know what's gonna happen with Damian Priest. He finna get kicked out of Judgment Day pretty soon. That's definitely finna happen. That is definitely finna happen. Ain't no ifs about that. Ain't no ifs about that. So let me go into something right quick. You know, I praised AEW a couple weeks ago about how they doing in free agency. You know, I did, and that's good. Now, what WWE is doing is they keeping their people. They keeping Drew. They keeping Finn. Alright, they keeping Bailey and Becky, right, and Seth, right, because they're signing the people they need to sign. Now, mind you, 2 contracts are coming up pretty soon. Sammy's one, and KO is another one. KO contract is coming. He got 9 more months on this contract, so it ain't soon, but these are the nice people they need to take care of. Now, it's gonna be harder with no, you know what? I don't think it's Sammy. I think it's just KO. Alright? What's gonna make it kinda harder for KO is that he's already gotten big money contract before the first time he re-signed. Alright? So they gotta work on that. Now, he said that he's not going anywhere, or he doesn't see himself going. Now, a lot of that has to do with how to say this. A lot of that has to do with you see what's happening with AEW right now. Like you see AEW's arenas not selling out. Even though you're getting big money from AEW and stuff, the crowds are the crowds right now for them. Like when you can go from WWE and the crowds are full sold out everywhere you go, and you get a reaction how you get over in France or Berlin or Australia, right, and it's sold out. It's hard to leave that. Like it's hard to go from that to maybe 800 to 1,000 in the stands, maybe less than that, and it's everywhere they go. And then you see what kind of storylines they telling with, like promoting the CM Punk stuff backstage when CM Punk's not even there, or promoting other things, or just lying about stuff. It's kind of hard to leave WWE when they actually want you still. Speaking of that, I said on Friday that there was going to be some NXT releases. Now, Brad Stevens is one of them. The Olympic guy, he got released, and it was time. His brother's still there, but his brother's better than him when it comes to certain things. Like he has he gets it. I don't know about in the ring, but he gets it. Like he doesn't seem fake. Now I don't know how he feels about his brother getting released, and because in all reality, they kind of fucked his brother. Because his brother wanted to be in the Olympics again, and they wouldn't let him do it. And then if they would have released him sooner, he probably could have been in the Olympics or tried out for it and stuff. Because he had one more year as ability, and they told him that he couldn't do it. But then in the beginning they released him, so they kind of fucked him, kind of screwed him. Another name on that list that I know of is Drew Gulak. Now, listen, the writing was on the wall with Drew Gulak. Oh, speaking of Drew McIntyre too. They signed him. They re-signed him. Alright? But back to Drew Gulak, once Ronda Rousey said his name, he said what he did. He tugged on her sweat string on her pants. Once that came out, on WrestleMania weekend. Once that came out, it was done. Okay, it was done. So even though he apologized and he said what he said, he was done. He was done. You knew he was done when they wrote him off at NXT without any injury. They just said that Tony took care of him, and then you didn't see him on TV after that at all. You know, like after that, I and you know, since I watch wrestling and I follow wrestling, he was always on Instagram. And mind you, when they was on Twitch doing a show, he was on that show. All right, he hasn't been on the show either. Like they trust him to. WWE was trusting him to do a lot of stuff when he was on that show, and after that they just got rid of him. And they cut him. Now, mind you, they used to have he trained. He trained. He helped train Logan Paul. I like literally helped train Logan Paul. So they trust him with a lot of stuff. All right, and then Triple H said that they didn't release him. His contract. They just chose not to. They just chose not to renew his contract, but they released him. They released him because then chatter started happening about how he used to like people didn't like him in the back, and he used to when he used to train with them, he used to go for the injuries and stuff. Like a lot of the shit came out about him this week or last week. Some real negative shit came out about him. So like it ain't like they was just it's not like he was well liked with other people, because obviously he wasn't. But nonetheless, they still trust him with a lot of stuff, and it just didn't happen after that. It just didn't. Like they released him for a reason. And now, mind you, I'm okay with you do that. Like before this stuff happened, I never seen him as a big deal. I never seen him I seen him as a jobber. Now mind you, some people I know liked him. He was okay. Like him and Sean Spears are the same person, truth be told. And Sean Spears is probably gonna take his job. What else I heard about Chelsea Green? She's getting NXT title shot this Tuesday. All right. They also want to pair her up with Robert Stone, which is cool because the other guy that Stone was managing, they let go 2 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago. So, and when Chelsea Green was there the first time in NXT, they did good together. Then they called Chelsea Green up and didn't call him up, and then she got hurt, and then she got released. But they thinking about putting them back together, which is cool because Robert Stone needs something to do, and Chelsea can do. I don't know if she can do a different gimmick, but it gives her something to do. Her and Piper Niven, it gives them something to do with Robert Stone. It was means. So last I heard that Robert Stone was backstage learning the business. But he was also, but they also see him as a manager, which some people just don't be managers. They can't wrestle. Like Robert Stone used to wrestle in TNA back in the day, but he had more muscle on him. And ever since he got to WWE and he's been in NXT, he's lost a lot of weight, like a lot of weight. So there's that. So when we talk about the KO and Randy Orton versus Solo and Tonga, was his first. Let me not say first match. It was his first pay-per-view match because he wrestled at a live event, and it was him and Solo versus Orton and Alien Knight. All right, and it was overseas too. So, and they won that match, but this was his first pay-per-view match, and that was a good match. That was a real, and the crowd, and this is the other time the crowd came alive. Well, that crowd came alive the whole time, all right. And for people to say that it wasn't just all right. The name of a name, said it wasn't just him. I seen somebody on Facebook say something too, all right, which is stupid. But like Vince Russo said, the crowd was annoying. Fuck Vince Russo. All right, Vince Russo is terrible. Okay, terrible. All right, he's a piece of shit. That's one thing, and he's just terrible as a person and as a booker, a person in charge of creators. Listen, I've been watching wrestling damn near three decades. No, I'm sorry, 4, because I'm 42 years old. So I've been watching wrestling for like four decades, right? And some of this stuff I've seen that has been trash, right? And you know who's a part of that trash? Vince Russo. Okay, Vince Russo is a lot of trash, like a lot, and he's a compulsive fucking liar at that. He's a liar, and he says stuff just for his podcast. Now, I might be a hypocrite, alright? Because I got a podcast and I say stuff, alright? But not like him. I'm not just gassing shit up to gas shit up. Now, let me get back to what I was saying. So, I want to say that the Berlin French crowd was the best crowd I've ever heard. Definitely better than anything in the States. Definitely. I think I can name the best street crowds I've heard ever. Okay? Berlin's one. Puerto Rico's the other one. Alright? And whatever Spain, if it was Spain or wherever they did the first clash at the Titans with Roman versus Drew, that crowd, those are the best crowds, period, that I've ever seen. I had to think about the States crowd because listen, the crowd over there in France shitted on Philly. It wasn't even close. If Philly crowd was like that, WrestleMania would have been a damn 10 or 12. Just alone on the crowd. Like that crowd was phenomenal Friday and Saturday. Alright? Like, and one of the other best moments is when Randy Orton came out and they sung his ass down to the ring. His whole thing. Which also makes Randy Orton telling them no about changing his music, because that would have never happened then. Like, that would have never happened then. Like the way, and then so WrestleMania's gonna be in Vegas this year. Okay, they said that Saturday. Vegas better be just like that. Alright, because now tonight they gotta come back down to the USA crowd. Alright, and they ain't gonna touch what well, I don't even honestly I don't even know where they are tonight on Raw. But they're not gonna touch what happened on Raw. I mean on Friday, and definitely not on what happened on the pay-per-view. I hope so, because you know, now the funny part now, the Cleveland game for basketball at halftime, they played Jimmy's theme music And they tried to do the same thing that happened over there in France. Wasn't the same effect. Wasn't the same effect. I mean, it was nice, but it wasn't like that. Like the Jey Uso's entrance on Saturday was fucking amazing. One of the best. Even Triple H said one of the best moments. Period. Period. It was a big deal. Okay, a real big deal. Now tonight. Speaking of tonight. So we got some bangers happening tonight. We getting Ricochet versus Dragunov, which Dragunov's gonna win. I feel bad for Ricochet. Like he just won the speed title too. Alright, but I feel bad. He's taking the L. We getting Drew versus Finn. Drew's gonna win. I can see some interference happening with that match, but Drew's gonna win. All right, now whatever happened with Finn, alright, because he just had a new contract for big money, so it ain't just a job though. Definitely not just a job to people. So after he loses Drew, they need to do something better with him. But I see Drew winning. All right, then we get Sheamus versus Gunther. And let me be clear here. The first time they fought, it was a banger. The second time they fought was a fucking banger. Alright? Like we're gonna get bangers after bangers after bangers after bangers tonight. Or in Sheamus' taste, burgers after burgers after burgers after burgers tonight. So saying that, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to this Raw. Right? I could be wrong on. I'm not wrong on the matches I just named. Like they gotta be another. They gotta be another match that I'm missing. I know Zoe Starks has a match tonight too, but that's let me see. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. There's something about Swerve Strickland having a documentary happening. That's cool. Oh, another thing that happened yesterday. Jerry King Lawler is not with WWE anymore. Like he doesn't have a luggage contract anymore. That's sad. That's sad. I mean, he wasn't really doing anything, but it's sad. It is because he was a part of the Attitude. I mean, a part of back in the day. So okay, so the card for Monday. Oh, Kofi versus Ray. Ray's gonna win. I can see. Well, this can go either or. Alright, and the both if Ray win, it's because somebody interfered somebody interfered for Kofi. Alright. I mean, if Ray wins, that means Kaiser interfered in the match, or Gunther interfered in the match. All right, if Ray wins, I mean, if Kofi wins, that means Carlito interfered in Ray's match. All right, so there's that. We're getting Lana versus we getting all these matches are for the queens and the women's and guys king and queen of the ring matches. All right, I know I'm going over my 30 minutes, but oh well. We getting Lana which versus Oscar. Now, whoa, what are we gonna do here? Yeah, I just said, I literally just said that Dragunov is gonna beat Ricochet. Okay, because that's Dragunov's Raw debut. Even though he's had a match, he's had a match. Was it Monday? Yeah, Monday, like a couple weeks ago. After the Raw after WrestleMania, he had a match, but that wasn't his call up. That was just that wasn't his call up though. This is his call up, so he's gonna win. You know. So here's my question now about Lana versus Oscar. Who wins that? Do you let Oscar job and put over Lana? Or do you let Lana lose her first match? First call up match. Her debut. Because this is her first match on the main roster. She's a former NXT champion. Okay? Alright? Now, mind you, so is but Oscar is the shit. I talked about this last week. It's good to have her on Raw now. Like, she hasn't lost the NXT yet. Now, mind you, now, it ain't all sun and rainbows for Austin. She says it doesn't have a win at WrestleMania. So there's that. All right. So there's things, there's problems with this match up here, with this match. But we'll see. We'll see. EO versus Natalia, whatever on that. EO's winning. Okay. You got Sona Blazer, Sona versus Vega. What are we doing? So either Sonya's gonna win, alright, which it's time for her to start winning matches. Okay? It's time. It's time to push her. But if she beats Vega, that means Vega can't repeat, which I don't think she's gonna repeat anyway. But that means she can't repeat. So, Zoe Starks versus Irie. Zoe Starks is gonna win. Okay. But looks like a good card. Now, let me go into the pay-per-view still. AJ Styles versus Cody. It was a phenomenal match. Good match. I think it's the first time I'm gonna rank a match. So I'm gonna do it a 1 through 5. Match was a 5. Now, saying that, I really think Cody's hurt, and he's just gonna tough it out because it's his shoulder. It's the same shoulder he hurt a couple weeks ago against in the Carmelo Hayes match. That same shoulder. It's the same exact shoulder. So, there's that. That's a problem. That's a big problem. Now, can he toughen out until SummerSlam? Maybe. But but they also said they don't have a big opponent for Cody. Alright, which is I think it's horseshit. But I can see him, even though Cody beat AJ clean, I can see them wrestling again because in a couple of weeks they're gonna be over there in Saudi Arabia. So Might as well. Which is another good crowd, by the way. Regardless of how we feel about the blood money over there and stuff like that, it's still a good crowd when they over there. Like elite crowd when they over there. You know, top 5. Again, I can't name you a USA State hype crowd. Chicago, New York. Not gonna say Miami because I've seen the maybe Miami. Not gonna say Tampa. Like Tampa, not so much. Not so much. Or maybe Tampa. Maybe not Port St. Lucie. You know, stuff like that. But you know, I can see Cody and AJ wrestling again. AJ's not gonna win again, but I can see that happening. I can't. I would have added another match on that page. But they building stuff. You know, but you know, Logan Paul could have went over there and defended the United States title. You know, I seen something recently that said he's the longest reigning champion right now. Oh, horseshit. Just like not doing that. But we should have a good Raw. Solid matches. I mean, the whole card's on there. Like the whole card's on there. But we'll see what happens because you know you got to see what happened with Jamie and Priest and the Judgment Day. You got I'm pretty sure they're sprinkling in a tag match here and there. And then you got all these qualifying matches, and then we're gonna find out what matches are gonna happen on SmackDown. On that side, I can already see Bobby and Carmelo Hayes fighting. I can already see that happening. You know, but we'll see. But I'm gonna end the show with that. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Make sure you watch wrestling. Make sure y'all watch EFED. We should have a show coming up pretty soon. I gotta get a couple promos out after this. Make sure y'all watch EFED. This is the Hired Gun. God bless. Love y'all. I'm out.